Hey everyone, it's Carissa Wiley at sprinkledwithglitter.com. Thanks for joining me today. Today I am sharing a beautiful card project that features a press plate, and I'm going to show you again, in case you're not familiar with this process, how to use a press plate to create hot foil images. I'm going to be using the brand new Plumeria product suite from Pinkfresh Studio. This is a part of their brand new Good Times release, and I'm using the press plate, but this is also available in a stamp set, and the stamp set also coordinates with the stencils and the dies, just like this press plate. So I'm arranging the press plates on my Glimmer hot foil platform and allowing it to heat up. Once it has heated up, I will know that it's ready because that second light will turn green. Then I can hit my timer button and allow that timer to run. Once the timer is complete, the bottom light will turn solid green, and I can remove the platform from the base and take it over to my Platinum 6 die cutting machine. I'm adding my champagne foil with the pretty side facing the pretty side of the press plate, and then I'm adding my cardstock and the two shims that come with the Glimmer hot foil system, and I'll run this through my die cut machine. Once I've run it through my die cut machine, I can do the magical peel and reveal. Look at these beautiful hot foil results. Now, sometimes with press plates, I do find that you may need a thin additional cardstock shim. And if you find that to be the case for your machine, I would recommend placing that between the two shims that come with the Glimmer hot foil system. I'm going to add some color to this image now using the coordinating layering stencil set that's available in this product suite. And I'm definitely not doing these stencils in order. I wanted to add that bright citron color first, and then I wanted to do the centers of my florals because I was really exploring to see if I could just color the centers of the florals and not do the entire area. So I'm using a mixture of cherry blossom and peach fuzz for that. I decided the contrast was a little too stark, so I came in with a light layer of cherry blossom over the solid portion of the florals. Now I'm moving into the large leaves, and I have the evergreen ink here, and I'm placing that on one of the greenery stencils. And once I have that done, I'm going to switch this out and move over into olive. Olive and evergreen look so beautiful together, but when I took off this stencil, I really didn't feel like there was enough contrast between the evergreen and the olive. So I'm going to place the previous stencil back in place, and I'm going to bring in some lush forest to kind of deepen and darken those areas of the leaves to add a little more contrast. And look at this image. It is so beautiful. I love this big, bold, kind of playful floral from Pinkfresh Studio. I have so many ideas for this. Now, once I have the colors ink blended onto this floral design, I'm going to use the coordinating dies, and I'm going to die cut this floral image as well as the two sentiments that I hot foiled earlier. Now, one thing that I wanted to point out is with press plates, you can also use them with your Spellbinder's Better Press system to create a faux letterpress effect. So you really do get a lot out of using these press plates, whether that's a hot foiled look or a press plate look. You can even create kind of an embossed or a debossed look on your cardstock with an embossing mat on your die cut machine as well. Now you can see I'm kind of planning my card. I went ahead and die cut that floral die from some vellum as well. And now I'm using the brand new double stitched elongated oval die set. This is also from the new Good Times release from Pinkfresh Studio. I die cut some blush cardstock there. And then I knew that I was moving in the right direction. I added a little bit of tape runner adhesive on the back of my floral image and kind of added the vellum at an offset behind that. Then I'll add some foam adhesive to the back of my floral arrangement. And I did die cut a couple of plain white sentiment pieces to stack behind my floral or my foiled piece. And that's just to give it a little bit of weight and dimension on the card. So I added the liquid glue to the front side of those two plain white die cuts, and I'm stacking that foiled image right on top and just using my fingers to make sure that everything's aligned between the various layers. Now, let's just take a moment and just note the obvious here. There's some weird lighting happening on my mat right now. That's because I was in my craft room working really late this day, and in the late afternoon, the sunlight kind of comes through the shutters that are in my craft room and creates these weird sun streaks. So that's what you're seeing. I just thought we should address that before we move on. Now you can see here, I've cut a couple of strips of black cardstock. I thought the addition of black to this color palette just really created a really beautiful modern look. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Kate Spade with the ivory that we have going on in the background, all the greens in the floral, and then that touch of black. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I sandwiched that black strip onto that elongated oval by adding my floral image right on top using that foam adhesive to adhere it in place. And now I have a second black cardstock strip that I've added some liquid glue to the back of, and I am going to allow this cardstock strip to continue on to this ivory card base that I created. But because I want to put that elongated oval up on some foam adhesive, I needed to adhere a separate strip of black cardstock to the card base so that it looks like it's continuous despite the dimension. So once I have that in place, I trimmed off the excess, and then I added this oval onto my card base using some foam adhesive. I'm just making sure that I get the positioning just right. And I'm finishing the card off with a few clear droplets from Pinkfresh Studio. I'm adding them onto my card base using some liquid glue, and I'm using a dual-tipped embellishment tool to help me position those perfectly. I really love the additional bit of sparkle that these clear droplets add to the finished card project. They kind of pull in the shine from those foiled images. I think this is absolutely stunning, and this Plumeria product suite from the new Good Times release just might be my favorite. I cannot wait to use it again. Now, as always, I will have links to the featured products used in this project in the description at YouTube. So if you're looking for something in particular, be sure you check there, or you can head on over to my blog at sprinkledwithglitter.com. I'll have that linked below as well. Over there, you'll find more still shots, a complete list of supplies, and some more information. Also, be sure to join me today over on Instagram. This card project is a part of an Instagram hop that's happening over there. There are prizes, inspiration, and a whole celebration for this brand new Good Times release from Pinkfresh Studio. And if you didn't check out yesterday's video tutorial featuring this new release, you'll want to go back and watch that as well. I'll be sure to put it in the end card so that you can find it easily. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching today. I hope you enjoyed this project, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications here so you don't miss any of my paper crafting and card making video tutorials, as well as my Carissa Crafts live stream broadcasts. We do those most every Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific. Thanks again for being with me today. I'm so glad you're here, and until next time, I hope you have a fabulous day.